Star Wars: A New Hope always felt like one of the most magical films ever made. It has this perfect mix of adventure, fantasy, and sci-fi that just pulls you in the moment that Star Destroyer glides across the screen. I first watched it taped off TV onto a blank VHS that already had some other stuff recorded over, which meant the beginning had a bit of static and the sound dipped from time to time, but none of that ever mattered. Even with the picture slightly warped, the movie still felt like stepping into another world every single time.
Star Wars, 1 billion years in the making, and it's coming to your galaxy this summer.
What I always loved was how A New Hope builds its universe without slowing down or talking too much. You just get thrown right into this galaxy full of droids, smugglers, dusty planets, and massive space stations, and somehow everything feels familiar even though you've never seen it before.
There'll be no escape for the princess this time.
Luke Skywalker might not look like much at first, but Mark Hamill gives him this sincerity that makes you root for him instantly. He starts out dreaming about something bigger than his boring life on Tatooine and ends up right in the middle of a galactic rebellion. It's the perfect hero's journey without ever feeling forced.
Going nowhere. I have to go finish cleaning those droids.
Luke's just not a farmer, Owen. He has too much of his father in him.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Harrison Ford as Han Solo is just pure charisma. He shows up, acts like he's only in it for the money, and accidentally becomes one of the coolest space heroes ever filmed.
Look, I ain't in this for your revolution, man. I'm not in it for you, princess. I expect to be well paid. I'm in it for the money.
You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Han is rough around the edges, cocky, and constantly annoyed, but whenever blasters start firing, he backs it up with skill and also looks like a total badass while doing it.
Everything's under control, situation normal.
What happened?
Had a slight weapons malfunction.
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway. Luke, we're gonna have company!
Carrie Fisher as Leia gives the film even more of its epic spark. She's tough, confident, sarcastic, and absolutely done with everyone's bullshit. Watching her take charge while everyone else scrambles just makes the whole thing feel grounded and real, and it also moves away from the stereotypical damsel in distress. She might be a princess that needs help, but she's kicking plenty of ass herself throughout the movie.
Short for a stormtrooper?
Huh?
The dynamic between Luke, Han, and Leia is pretty messy in the best way. They argue, they save each other, and they actually feel like a group of people who got thrown together by fate and learned to trust each other along the way.
Hey, Luke. May the Force be with you.
Then there's Darth Vader, who feels like something straight out of a nightmare. He barely says anything in this movie, but everything he does leaves an impression and makes him extremely memorable and iconic. Every time he walks on screen, the mood shifts and you feel the tension rise. The way he moves, his breathing, and reacts gives him an aura of darkness and makes him feel like a larger-than-life presence.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take it away! We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
The practical effects and models are still one of the biggest reasons the movie holds up. The ships look real because someone actually built them. The deserts of Tatooine feel sun-baked and endless because they actually filmed in a desert. The interiors of the Death Star feel cold and intimidating without needing CGI to sell it. That combination of real sets, costumes, and miniatures gives A New Hope that charm you just can't fake. Everything looks like you could reach out and touch it.
Star Wars. It's great in the arcade. Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick them the cannons. Use the force. They're coming too fast! Which way? Which way? My shields are gone! Alright! I'm going in!
Oh, some game, huh?
Some game!
In a galaxy of video games, there is only one, Star Wars.
John Williams' score deserves every bit of praise it gets. The music lifts the whole movie up and gives every scene this emotional power that stays with you long after it's over. The opening fanfare still sends chills down my spine every time I hear it, even if it's just coming from a worn out tape with the sound slightly distorted. Watching A New Hope now feels like going back to a time when movies didn't need to wink at the audience or over-explain every detail. It's confident in what it wants to be and trusts the viewer to follow along. The rough edges and the occasional dated effects only make it more charming. It reminds me of an era where adventure films felt big and sincere instead of self-aware and overly polished. To me, A New Hope is tied to those late evenings where you fall asleep halfway through and wake up right as the Death Star explodes, or those long afternoons rewinding the trench run scene just to watch those X-Wings glide into battle again.
I have you now. What?
Yahoo! Look out!
Even with all the sequels, prequels, and spin-offs that came later, nothing ever replaced the feeling of that original trilogy. Star Wars A New Hope isn't just a classic in my mind, but a movie that keeps its magic no matter how many times I play it, even through static, tape hiss, and worn-out tracking lines. It still feels like the beginning of something huge every single time.
They're back in stereo.
Will be destroyed for sure.
Luke Skywalker.
I got him!
Han Solo.
Don't get cocky!
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Let go, Luke.
Princess Leia.
Could be worse.
It's worse.
And Darth Vader.
You should not have come back.
Mark Hamill hosts a fantastic television experience, Star Wars in stereo. Simulcast with 2 Triple M FM, 8:30 Sunday on 10.